But please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Put that thumbs up if you can hear me so I can get that chat call out the way. So I won't be here all night. I got to get in and get out. Hey, y'all, baby. Can you hear me? You got to tell me if you can hear me, baby. You got to tell me. Let me put you back on that show, baby. All right. I added you back. Can y'all hear me? I need a thumbs up, y'all, in the chat if y'all can hear me. Hey, purple. Can somebody give me a thumbs up, Lord? Can y'all hear me? Because I see me keep, my circle keep going, I see my circle. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Because when it be technical night, I'm not going to say nothing. Y'all, thank you. Thumbs up is good. Yeah. All right. So let me set that. Miss Sonia is Lucia. Okay. What's good with it? Hey, Love's Fair. Hey, Miss Sheena, too. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Dolores. Hey, JoJo the Little Lion. Hey, Purple. Hey, Shaw Baby One. Liar. Hey, Dolores. I think I said Dolores. I got it twice. Must be. And that is fine. So, people, what is up? What is up? Yes. So, honey, we got a lot to talk about. So, if in case anybody missed it, this is kind of like a continuation from Skylight's lives today, right? She had a real good live, a good impromptu live. Glad to see she is back amongst the living. A whole bunch of places she could be, but she is back amongst the living. Hey, that is great. Over there, we talked about some stuff. Lennon Weber, his ass, couldn't really talk like I wanted to talk over there. But Lennon Weber, his ass, put something out, put an order out, scheduling order. I tell you, this man gonna run me off YouTube. Lennon Weber is going to make me just go live on the other channel. I'm going live on Facebook. I'm live everywhere except over here. Because Lennon Weber's getting on my goddamn nerve. How he do things. I'm gonna have to call his ass. What's up, shouting? I'm gonna make sure everybody is back on. Because he getting on my damn nerves. Okay, I know I put Shaw Baby. Hold on now. Shaw Baby. Make sure I put everybody on. Okay. I'm blowing y'all up as you come through. The ones that I be seeing all the time, I'm blowing you up as you come through. All right. And the people that ask me to be blue, I'm blowing y'all up. So, all right. So, listen. So, he had something to come in, whatever. But if y'all didn't catch Sky Life live earlier when I was over there, y'all can go back and catch it. This is a little bit of a repeat, and I said that I would go into it a little bit more after after either today or tomorrow, whenever the next time I went live over here. It is getting, oh Lord, I got my wrong name up over here. Y'all see my pen with my hey, with the other, Lord, let me change it. Ooh, who should I be today? I got A Walker up all official and shit. That ain't what I go by over here. Hold on. By the end of the night, I'm gonna be half dead because I swear these bitches just won't stop lying. Damn, it don't make no sense. But anyway, so what's the first thing up? Let me go ahead and read what Lennon Weber put out while Skylife was live, and he put out his stuff. If y'all take a notice, I put a lot of stuff on the community board, but he went ahead and scheduled his next hearing for R. Kelly on June 15th. And as you know, he is being sentenced on June 15th. There is no type of conspiratorial issue about that. They can actually, there's no certain amount of time he got to be scheduled and all that crazy shit. None of that. He just set his time for his hearing, right? So let me tell you this. I think probably that somebody's going to change it. Somebody's going to have to change something. That just makes sense. 30 minutes apart. I mean, are you crazy? What's she going to have? She going to be in court unless she going to have her assistant go be on the phone to, somebody like that. But, child. So, listen. This is what he came out today. And it came under the motion to adopt. Remember when I was over here? I'm not on the screen, y'all. Remember I was over here and I ran across that there was a motion to adopt for both of the co-defendants in there, and that was a motion to adopt the motion to dismiss that J-Bo had did the work on. Well, Lennon Weber, this is logged up under as a motion to adopt. I don't know what these people do in Chicago. I told y'all I'm complaining already. I'm about to call Lennon Weber and tell him. All right? The way you do shit, and I picked up on it early. I don't like it. I'm an only child. I'm a Virgo only child. I don't like it. Now, you won't have to, do it my way. But listen. So anyway, this is logged upon again under the motion to adopt. So let me tell you what it says. It says minute entry before the Honorable Harry D. Lennon Weber. Telephonic motion hearing held. For the reasons stated on the record, defendant's motion for a continuance, number 193, is denied. Defendant's motion to dismiss, 189, is entered and briefed as follows. Response May 24th, and that was for the prosecutor. He don't even have the prosecutor on there, but that May 24th is when the prosecutor has to respond. Reply by May 31st. That's when J-Bo gets to oppose whatever the prosecution said by the 24th. She got until the 31st to do it. And it says the court will rule by mail. There's nothing wrong with that. And it says telephonic status hearing set for May 25th, 2022 is reset to 6/15, 2022 at 10 a.m. So we all know. So this is his next, the conference that he was supposed to have on 25th. It's been reset to the 15th. We all know he's getting sentenced on the 15th at 10:30, and he got it set, this telephone hearing, at 10 o'clock on 6/15. I don't know what Lennon Webb be doing with his bullshit. I don't know. But he should have. Okay. Man, this man gonna be the death of me. I don't want to say that. I'm just playing. Listen. He knows that there is a open case, a current case that's going on that's proceeding. He knows that he should at least keep some type of record or something, or have it set where they are checking the movement of this other case so they won't bump heads with the calendar and all of that. How hard is that? Now people in Chicago, they just all over the motherfucking place. They live hard, they live rough, they live wild. This is crazy. Now you know one of y'all gonna have to change it. Most likely it's gonna be your ass. Because this is a whole sentencing. going on. And for somebody just to be on some phone. Now, I'm pretty sure J-Bo's going to want to be on that call. She might send somebody, or, to hold the phone up or whatever. But this is a whole hearing on the 25th. So she going to want to, this is her, it's on her motion and shit. So like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's on her motion to dismiss. So yeah, they're going to have to change it. And there's no way around that. This is on her motion to dismiss. So what that tells me, so since it's lodged upon the motion to adopt, since I've already picked out that he likes to handle a whole bunch of shit at once, however it be, whether it be written on a brief or whether it be hearings, these hearings and shit, he get to sit on him, ball his ass and, take a call and shit and handle shit by phone. So, I believe they're going to handle the motion to adopt for the co-defendant. They are going to handle this motion to dismiss. He's already denied the continuance flat, right? So let me kind of go back to that. Oh Lord, that crazy ass phone call that we heard, right? So let me just try to talk about some of the things, the legal part that I heard in the phone call. So you heard McDavid's attorney not being very, very cooperative with J-Bo. He said that, he feels like his client, I'm summing it up, his client is being at a disadvantage for not being allowed to go to trial, or not that his client would be at a disadvantage if he don't go to trial on August the 1st. So he was disagreeing with J-Bo as far as pushing the trial back. And I think he also yelled out something about, a severance or something. Somebody threw a severance around in there. And the other attorney for June Brown, she was cool. She's like, look, Judge, I ain't tripping. Okay. I'm okay with whatever J-Bo say. J-Bo said need to be pushed back, then push it back. I don't plan on filing no severance or none of that. I don't plan on doing none of that shit. Whatever J-Bo say, Joe, I'm fine with that. Because we done jumped on her motion. We done jumped on her motion to dismiss. And I ain't really trying to trip with J-Bo. We supposed to be getting this shit together. See, how we gonna proceed with this shit, right? So what I think is what happened, and this is just me talking. So they filed that motion to adopt on the 6th. The 6th. She came out with that continuance on the 9th. In that continuance, she pretty much said, and I'll repeat, that she will throw McDavid under the bus. And apparently, the lawyer feels like he will do the same to R. Kelly if push come to shove. But J-Bo made it known in writing that she would throw his ass under the bus. She'll be the one driving the bus, and she'll be the one backing up over McDavid if it comes to saving her client and fucking him over. So I think, this is just me, I think there may be a little friction in between J-Bo and that dude that was acting like, he was acting like he was on the phone call in that courtroom. He was acting like he was one of those either supporters or either on Team Lock 'em Up. He was acting like shit. Hell, fuck this shit. I don't want to be anyway. That's how he was acting. Okay. So that was funny. Oh, I showed I get you. I got you. So anyway, so let me kind of go back over what I was talking about on Scott, right? Because I heard somebody again holler out. Um, well, I ain't gonna get to severance yet. Let me get to this part where, for some reason, I have no idea why, but for some reason, it's been thrown out. And then this is the thing, right? It's just a whole bunch of unreliable information being said. That how that gets on my goddamn nerves. But somehow, some reason, somehow, that somebody think that because J-Bo said in that hearing that she will not, that she's going to be laboring under ineffective if this case, I'll say that she could be, if this case is not pushed back, because she have all, in the reasons she outlined in her continuance, she just got the case, she got another case, she got this one going on in New York, this, that, and third, and whatever, right? Which, here's the thing, you knew you had all of that when you took the case. All right. So somebody threw out, I guess it went, Batman and Robin threw it out, and I think somebody adopted it, that this is going to be maybe they got a win, and this can come up as a win somewhere on appeal. And that is wrong. Wrong within a motherfucker. I'm going to tell you why it's wrong. Because, first of all, she just said on record, where all of us can hear it, that she is or may be laboring under ineffective now and maybe throughout this trial. So she already knows now, that's what she's saying, that this could be a problem. Well, the judge, and he, let me say this. So let's play the appeal thing. What can she do? This, I guess, is what they was thinking. So she goes, makes that announcement. And if he goes to trial, gets convicted, she can put on an appeal and said, hey, the judge, I told the judge I was going to be, I'm, won't be able to handle my case because of, I won't be able to handle my case because, I got all this going on. I told her, and I'm ineffective. So I guess in their minds, I don't know who put this out, that she's going to file ineffective counsel on herself. Or maybe, or I hope they was maybe thinking a little bit better than that he would fire her, the next counsel will come in, and then he would file ineffective counsel on J-Bo's ass. Hope that was the finished product. Which sounds better because I finished the product, but here's what actually would happen. And here's this in a nutshell. Okay. The judge always is going to look for a remedy. The court system is about remedies. Whether civil or criminal, it's about remedies, right? So, what the judge can do is, one thing he could do is he can act sua sponte and what? Step in and say, hey, I'm going to appoint another attorney, and this attorney should be able to, they'll get a confirmation from the attorney that they can handle it, and he would probably push it back to give that attorney some time to get acclimated to the case. It wouldn't violate any rights to speedy trial issues. Wouldn't violate the rights to speedy trial. or he could leave it up to her. And she could ask to withdraw. He'll appoint somebody. And that's what, and then the process, what I just said, what happened? He'll probably push it back, let that new attorney take over, right? The ownership falls on her. It's what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to labor under ineffective and possibly prejudice your client by remaining there? Is that what she's going to choose to do? Because then she would really be ineffective. She gonna back off? Are you gonna back off and let him appoint somebody else? See, so now instead of this being a judge issue, it's really a her issue and a R. Kelly issue. So I don't know if she, she know how to get out of this, but I don't know. To me, that's a mishap. Because you're already saying, hey, before out the gate, I'm already behind, and I don't think that was her goal or whatever. And it could be, not a fully thought out strategy or whatever's going on. Or it could be actually true. I don't know. But either way, it's not no kind of issue. Now, she could probably turn it into an issue with the appeal, because what she could probably say is she could keep putting in like, hey, keep asking for a continuance, Satan is citing the same reasons. But only what's going to happen is he's going to step in, the judge is going to ask to Asponte and step in and make that choice for her. So either way, and when an appellate court sees that, first of all, that's probably not going to be an issue, because guess what? The lower court resolved that. That's how that works. So sitting up there saying that don't mean that. That don't mean that, it's going to be an issue on appeal. And they also going to say, that Sixth Amendment, that guess what? His right to a counsel is more important. His right to have the counsel of his choice is more important. It takes precedence over ineffective or anything like that, and they remedied it. And here's the thing. She cited that reason that his right to his counsel should take first. So that should be first. She cited that in the New York shit. So maybe she may be a little inundated with this case. Maybe it's the truth. Now that I think about it, maybe it's not a strategy. Maybe it's the truth. But it ain't gonna be an appeals issue. You could write anything for an appeal. One, it don't mean they're gonna take it up. And two, once they see because they're gonna get the records. Once they see that a remedy was made, that's it of that. She knows that. She know all this. We heard her say that. So it's on the record. So I don't know. But y'all can get the first half of it. It was pretty much the same thing I said from Skylight. Y'all can go and give her that like and view and hear what we was talking about that. But they also asked a whole bunch of good questions over there. So that, that pushed me to this severance thing. I have no really. I just don't understand why somebody would think that a severance is just that thing that someone just gives you just because you ask for it, or just if a little resistance, a little issue come up, yeah, you can get a severance and that be that. No, that's not how that works. Okay. When it comes to someone's rights to a speedy trial, and I'm talking about the co-defendants, right? There are, in order for someone to determine that your rights to a speedy trial has been actually violated, there's a bunch of rules they use, bunch of factors, and there's also things that they allow on the road to your speedy trial. They allow fucking adjournments and all of that. They allow good reason shit to push back your trial. And just because, case in point, the R. Kelly trial was 2000. The thing was supposed to be 2002. It went on in 2008. Nobody hollered about rights to the speedy trial then. Because, no violation then. So, because it don't work like that. He has to show that our co-defendant is suffering from the lack of not having a speedy trial. Got to show that. They got to go through the remedies for that. And then, if push come to shove, then they will give him a severance. If push comes to shove. Okay? So it's not like, oh, you get a speedy trial, if they keep pushing it out, they're just gonna give them a speedy trial. No. They can push it out. If they have good reasons to push that trial out 10 years, that was as quick as they could get it on there. It is what it is. It is what it is. So it's not that, and the judge at that point where it's just like there's no other way to remedy this shit, then the judge then can go in to sever to prevent a violation, right? To prevent a violation. They could do that. And like I was telling Sky now that R. Kelly, he could waive his rights to a speedy trial. He can take as long as he wants to. That would free your co-defendants up. You can do that. So it's not, I get it. But I won't hear no shit back. Oh, well, I ain't no lawyer, whatever. Shit, according to you motherfuckers, neither am I. So what's the difference? How I know and you don't? That's why you should do the complete thought process. You know what? When I used to be on the phone with Larry talking about this shit, Larry knows the case backwards and forward. Larry also have a real decent understanding of the law. So it was easy to apply what I know and give it to him, and then he do his shit in presentation. Trent is also that way. I was on the phone with Trent 2 days, and when the next time he went back live, he had that shit sold up together, and he was killing the streets with that shit. Although I've never been on the phone with Levi to do no legal shit, whatever, Levi has a decent understanding of the law. I can put it together, what have you, Kelly does too. I'm just saying it's a lot of people that has. That's what I'm saying, But but I'm just saying, a lot of people have or have a good understanding where they can take what you're saying and apply it to this shit, this case, whatever, and then come up with a pretty decent personal perspective. Have a good personal perspective. Somebody had asked me a question about can the co-defendants can they snitch or no, I saw what people saying like the co-defendant snitching. What what? So Larry and I had this conversation, right? Because like me, I'm not trying to know shit about all the details about this case worker. That's not because he done talked to everybody in the world with regards to this case, so he got that knowledge 100. So he used to say that Don Russell was snitching and this and all of that. I thought that he had some type of information that he knew Don Russell was snitching. So one day we was on the phone. I was like, where are you getting that Don Russell is snitching? And when he told me, I was like, dude, you don't know that to be a fact. And what you're saying, that doesn't lead that to the conclusion that he's snitching. So stop saying that. And Don Russell did not snitch. Because there's a lot of it's kind of hard to know if somebody was snitching. You normally, one indication, it's not always the case, but one indication may be that you see some paperwork come through there about a plea agreement. Plea deal. That could be an indication. But just about, someone's severity of charges and things of that nature, Don Russell actually played games until after R. Kelly had went through his situation. So he was active in his case. He kept doing this, that, and the third. So that's why I was never convinced that he was gonna snitch. Because he was real active doing every goddamn thing under the sun to keep it moving. And that's seriously what it is. Oh, let me make sure. But somebody asked me over there, can the co-defendants, what she said, can they snitch on each other? Can they testify or something? And actually, so let me tell you, like I said, well, yeah, if they testify, yeah, of course, they could tell on each other or what have you, they can. But you're gonna have an issue with, incriminating yourself and the other person and all of that. That's where you're gonna have an issue. Because one, just say if somebody makes a statement, one of the defendants make a statement under the confrontation clause, they have a right to confront the accuser, right? Because at that point, now that motherfucker becomes your accuser. But here's the problem. You got a Fifth Amendment right not to testify. And with defendants, unlike witnesses, defendants have to plead the fifth. They plead the fifth on one question, they got to plead the fifth on all. With witnesses, you can pick and choose what question you want to answer to. You know what I'm saying? So, because of self-incrimination. So, if one of those defendants don't take the stand, and the person that they are snitching on, whatever, one of the other people that they gave a statement on, don't get a chance to question them, then that's a violation. That's a violation of the Bruton Rule. All right. And at that point, if that happens, then that requires a severance. That's the way you can get out of it. So look for all these little games. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Look for all those little games. That's the way you get out of it, get severed. So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, something else I want to, that I thought about. Rashonda Landfair's dad. God bless his soul. Let me tell you this. Her dad gave, if I'm not mistaken, went to the grand jury, gave his testimony, what happened. Now, I don't see him going to the grand jury just to say that was my daughter in the video. Don't see that. And when I was thinking about it, I said, didn't he get some money or something or whatever? I believe, this is my opinion, that he told all about that money and all of that. I really believe that. So for the people that's over here that's online paralegals now and the people that be having their pen and paper, whatever, I want y'all to look for these things, right? I want y'all to look for the clever ways that they will get severance, which is some of the ones I just pointed out. Look to see if J-Bo is going to press this. I'm going to be ineffective if you don't push this case back. I'm being effective if you don't push this case back. Look and see what she does, and if the judge acts sua sponte, which means he's acting without the request of either side to do something in this case. Meaning he's going to either remove her or whatever. Look to see if that happens. But when it comes down to Rashonda Landfair's father, and we know that he's deceased, right? So he's a deceased declarant, right? Look to see if J-Bo raised the issue under the Crawford Rule. See if his testimony will be ruled in or out under the rules of evidence. We need to see if that's going to happen. Because and we're going to see if she's going to make this argument, right? Because that rule is very direct when someone is unavailable to give their testimony. Doesn't matter if they're deceased or not. We're gonna see what argument she makes, because she will need to try to get that out of there, get his testimony out of there, if it ties all of them to the conspiracy. Especially, I don't know if David would have something to do with it, if June Brown or whatever it is, whatever he went to the grand jury and testified as to what happened. Because if I'm not mistaken, he got some money or truck, something happened. He ain't just going to a grand jury and say, hey, yeah, she in the video. She didn't. He didn't do that. I mean, he could have, but that just don't make no sense. So I would want to see if somebody gets that testimony, or if his testimony ties in the other two guys. I want to see if they start, trying to get it out of there, trying to, come up something surrounding the Crawford Rule, and to see if they can get his testimony out of there. I mean, shit, because she is a walking law book. She know all these rules and all this shit. Hell, she know them all. And nobody knows them all just right off the top of their head. Just unless you something you are use all the time or whatever. And if you practice one type of law, you're gonna be familiar with the shit that you use more often. I mean, that's just like, if you're a chef, you're gonna get real efficient and proficient when you make. If you a breakfast chef, that's what you're gonna be doing. You can cook all them eggs, all kind of ways, So just look for that. I see them trying to get rid of that testimony by any means necessary. So, something else I seen that was funny. So, I don't know what's this issue with this R. Kelly and the Damon Pride and then the tape stuff. I don't know what's the issue with that. But we've seen the tape, and I'm convinced that was R. Kelly in the tape. But here's the thing. You got people that believe that it was someone else in the tape. So let me put that in a legal strategy. Just say, because here's the thing, right? You got these tapes. Now, there's only a few ways that you're going to get rid of these tapes. You're going to challenge the authenticity of them. I don't know why I be fucking with that word. You're going to challenge that. So they have to be authenticated. I gave a demonstration of how you would say that if it was manipulated. Just say these tapes. Now you got VHS tapes. A legal strategy could be, let me see if I remember how I put it, because this was months ago when I did this. Well, you have a tape, VHS tape, and I mean, we still have them, but I mean, really, who is playing a VHS tape? All those tapes have been transposed to DVDs. Well, if you got VHS tape, and just say if you have a tape that's 30 years old, you would expect to see some dents or whatever on the outside of that tape. It's been knocked around, all of that. So if the outside of that tape is in very good condition, you can easily, not very easily, but you can put up an argument that could mean that the contents of that tape have been removed and manipulated. Therefore, making the tape some type of fake. You can say that. I mean, you don't have a problem with online copies. I mean, if and what will happen is the prosecutor can come and you get an online copy and match them up and say, okay, how did they manipulate this? Unless they're going to say, well, that online copy could have come from the tape that we're watching, the fake manipulated tape. That's how that would work. That's how that counter back and forth would work. I'm just going right off. So I'm not going to think of all of it right now because this is right off the top of my head, right? If you think about that. But the name of the game is to build reasonable doubt. You got to play for the jury. You got tapes and shit and people pointing to the tapes. Well, I'll get to that part. You got all that shit going on in that courtroom. So you got to build upon the reasonable doubt that's already built in this case. So what you got to do, or what I think, is that the Damon Pryor people, y'all need to expand upon your argument. You got to say, well, I can bring in photos of these lookalike. Now, first you got to get all this admissible because you got to because this got to be kind of an approved argument, by this judge. You got to show them where you're going with this. You can bring out all these photos. Some of these photos, maybe people that know R. Kelly, that look like R. Kelly. That would be good. You say Damon Pryor know R. Kelly, he look like R. Kelly. That's what you say. Then bring in this photo array or whatever. You say he had a hand in the videos or whatever. That's even better. Now we're talking about less of a setup, but more of a frame up. Bring these pictures in and say, hey, and this is, well, I'll go ahead and tell you about the ace in the hole. This is what I talked about, ace deploying certain ace in the holes in certain situations that have freed a few people. But listen, so you got these pictures, right? Just say if you get it admitted, make it. If you get it admitted in, allowed in, you'll be straight. You got these pictures of these people that look like R. Kelly. They was friends with R. Kelly. They know R. Kelly, whatever. Maybe got R. Kelly look like. I don't know. So you get somebody that's willing to take the stand. This is not legal advice. This is not me fucking with nobody's case. I'm just talking. Okay? I'm just talking. You get somebody to just say Damon Pryor will take the stand. When Damon Pryor takes the stand, he needs not to incriminate himself. Actually, what he will say is he's taking a fifth. He's not going to get up there, and he don't have to get up there and lie or tell the truth that he's in the video. Because what the fifth says, you're not going to self-incriminate yourself. You're not going to incriminate yourself, right? He's getting up there for the sole purpose is to create more reasonable doubt. Now, you got a Damon Pryor up there, or whomever. You got a 30-year-old tape. And, you got some lawyers doing their thing. Now, here comes the problem. Here goes the prosecution side. You got some victim witnesses that says that was me in that tape in 19 whatever when I was under the age of 18. That's hard to overcome. That's hard to overcome. You can then go down, when you get on cross, you can go down, well, did anybody tell you to say this? Or you could come up with some kind of motivation for that person to lie or whatever. You could come up with that. That's both sides of it. Don't know who would win in that scenario. But that's just an idea. So you just can't go out and holler, oh, that's Damon Pryor in the tape. Well, you can do whatever you want to. But as far as a legal argument, and especially when you're going with some people that's about the facts. Well, let me put it this way. When it comes to the case, they about the facts. But when it comes to bullshit, they ain't about them facts. They about some lies. Come to the case, they about the facts and paper. I'll give you that. I get that. But you come to the playing field with that, just trying to tell you. You don't have to say more than that's somebody else in that tape. When we clearly looking and seeing that looks pretty good, like R. Kelly in that tape. Looks like him to me. So you're gonna have to come with some. So that's how you take those. An example how you take those little situations like that and try to make lemonade out of lemons, hoping at least one person, buy it. If you put them up side by side, shit. Look, jury, hey, look over here. Hey, look, It could be anybody. And you could try to make a case that at a 30-year traveling VHS tape, I don't know. I mean, that's just something. J-Bo is quick and slick with the shit. She's quick and slick with the shit. So, hey. I don't know if that would work or whatever. I'm not saying that it would. I'm not saying that it won't. But that's how they could, that's how they can get with it. That is how they can get with it. So. And the reason why the co-defendants pretty much have to be tried together is because the law believes that people that were indicted together should be tried together. So that's why a severance is such a process to get there. It's not something to be like, oh, we put it off 2-3 more times, whatever. Oh, we're gonna get a severance. No. There's some shit that you got to show and prove. You got to get over. They got to get the remedies, all that. They got to do all of that. And we don't know what we don't know how McDavid or June Brown is suffering from pushing the trial back. Because normally pushing the trial back usually favors the defense. It is what it is, right? Let me see. Was that all I wanted to talk about this case? But anyway, so we got to keep a lookout for those things. Want to see how she's going to do it. I'm gonna try. I just hate, this damn judge got all this shit all grouped up like this, because it requires me to open the document up, read it, and try to decipher what his ass is trying to take care of. Then I got to go look at Milton Brown and McDavid and see what's over there on their ass. Everybody got time for that. Shit is hard enough keeping track of damn R. Kelly ass. It's hard. It is hard enough to come fucking with him. So that's what I have with that shit. So let me get to the bullshit. I have no understanding why people say this bullshit and don't have the proof. And I can tell you why they don't have the proof, because it never happened. They can't prove it. Other than trying to put some shit together to push a narrative, to make some shit fit and whatever. No. But you do know I got the shit, right? I got the same thing. Like, what is you talking about? I'm not going to release bits and pieces here and talk through it so I can get my narrative together. No, I release it so you can see it and read it yourself. But these people, oh my Gosh. And so let me tell you something about me. I never have, until YouTube, I never have done bitch ass niggas, bitch ass bitches. Yeah. Weak ass niggas and weak ass bitches. I've never done those. Okay? Because let me tell you something. Anytime you hear somebody use the vouching system, when you hear somebody, they got to ask about somebody and somebody vouch for them, you know that that's a serious ass person. When somebody's asking, well, how that person is or whatever, they trying to get you to vouch for them or to get whatever, because you right then that person is telling you they don't fuck with fucked up ass people. That means that person is a serious motherfucking person. Never have. Never have. And never will again. I don't give a fuck. You can't make me. Ain't shit nobody can say. Ain't nothing I want to hear. None of that. Never will. And you can always kind of tell how motherfuckers, who fucks with who, whatever. No matter if they deny it. I don't fuck the goddamn lie. Just pay attention. So, and I don't really fuck with fucked up ass people that really fucks with fucked up ass people. That's just, because if you do, all this shit you see on going on YouTube happens. And it does. And if you fuck with fucked up ass people, your ass will be in the shit too. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. If your ass stay on a motherfucking island, you need to stay on an island. And be like, huh? You just be sitting by like, what? So, and that's 100%. So let me tell you this. So once again, listen, I want to explain this one more time. I want to talk about this just one last time. Just one. And let whatever happens happen. And somebody, please, and I mean, you don't have to or whatever, but if somebody say some shit, they ain't showing proof of the shit they saying, probably ain't true. Probably ain't true. Let me go down a list of all this other bullshit. Oh, God. But let me have this one simple ask. Listen. I'm trying to get my credit back straight. Okay. I have crossed paths with a bitch ass nigga, a weak ass nigga. Okay. I'm trying to get my credit back. I would ask, if you please, stop adding my name, saying it, referring it, whatever, to bitch ass niggas and bitch ass bitches. Weak ass niggas and weak ass bitches. I'm trying to get my credit back. I done sent the letters all to the credit bureau. They say they got 60 days or 6 months to respond and shit before they can remove it off my credit. Shit. Can y'all please? That's the only thing I ask. I'm that type of person that's okay. If you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. That's good. However it is, we exit. If the fact is we exit, we cease to exist no more. That's fine with me. Damn. I'm not gonna go on and on and on and on and on and on like I got some motherfucking mental health problem. Like I'm emotionally attached to a motherfucker. That's crazy. I don't know you. Like, what the fuck? I'm trying to get my credit back. I don't give a fuck about no picture or none of that shit. Because I motherfucking claimed it, owned it. My issue is bitch ass niggas and bitch ass bitches. Motherfuckers that's going to be in the Hollywood squares, ain't going to do shit but lie and get high. I don't want to deal with that. I should never dealt with it before. But no. In my regular life, I don't fuck with all kinds of people. I don't. I can't even pick up the phone in my regular life. You motherfuckers that I can get in contact with, I can say, but I'm not talking about y'all. Prior to YouTube, I don't know a bitch ass nigga, a bitch ass bitch. I don't know them type of people. Now my credit bad and shit. I got the motherfucking dispute the motherfucking shit. You motherfuckers keep linking me to motherfuckers. And I say, stop linking me to motherfuckers. How hard is that? Damn. Motherfucking credit bad out on these motherfucking streets. You keep on saying that. Got to answer all this motherfucking bullshit. Damn. Hell, I would never be friendly again. Damn. Go over this one more motherfucking time. One more. Listen. It is not about no motherfucking picture, none of that shit. Because I did it. I told you I did when this shit occurred in August. For whatever motherfucking reason. I'm trying to be cordial with the motherfucker, be nice or, friendly, whatever. But I was done with that situation. On that, in that kind of way, I'm just, hey, everything's everything, There is nobody nowhere can say that I called them or they called me and I talked about, is the picture out? Did somebody show it to you? Did somebody do this? Whatever? No. I already said I did it. I take my weight. I hold my own. The fuck? I stand alone on it. What the fuck? What you gonna do? About my picture, my coochie, whatever. What you gonna do? Beat me up? No. It was never about that. No time. The only thing I did, I got sent something. It wasn't no blue people. It wasn't no motherfucking whisper. None of that. Somebody sent me something. A clipping from Diva's life. And I seen the goddamn thing. They were like, well, play it. I asked the bitch ass nigga. I went to him. I asked the bitch ass nigga. Hey, were you talking about me? He said no. I played and I told him I listened to it. Seemed like you talking about me and about this bullshit, right? So I said, let me ask, because they were saying something about, the person told me that something went down with him and JoJo in the chat on some live. I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. Like, what are you talking about? So I said, let me ask JoJo. Y'all know how JoJo do. I don't know. He ain't say nothing back. So I'm like, okay, let me ask JoJo. So I'm texting JoJo asking. I come back and JoJo told me exactly what he had did. Now, I hadn't looked at the live yet. Wait, Joe told me. Wait, and so I was like, this is what I was telling bitch ass nigga what he said. And about you, and so y'all know, if you know how JoJo make it, all depends on what mood he's in. If you poking fun at kills, you know he gonna probably say something depending on what mood he's in. And that's what it was about. But I asked this bitch ass nigga in private. He goes and crying like a bitch to go get somebody that ain't gonna bust a grape, that can't help, that just made it worse. And tell all these, I'm like, what the fuck? There was never no issue. I ain't asked him nothing about, did you show no picture? None. I never asked him that. But, like, what? What? No, I just asked you about that avatar. That's it. Damn. Because if you a bitch ass nigga, I already figured this. If you a bitch ass nigga to tell somebody some shit like that, you a bitch ass nigga to show it. So why am I gonna ever question your bitch ass ways? Why? You got to run to a bunch of motherfucking strangers to help your bitch ass out. I'm cool on that. Okay. And I took life. I was, baby, I listen, that shit was set up that first, because you know, because I don't like a whole bunch of bullshit. And I figured you got to teach a motherfucker a lesson. And then I was like, you know, I'm be okay. And you know, and then we got cordial again. Not in that way, just bullshit talk. Like around December, January, right? I had told my partner about it. This is what this is what's going on. I sent screenshots of what we were talking about to Joe months ago. So he already knew. But there's one of them dummies talking about they believe that this was a fake orchestrated beef to start some shit. When did me and Joe orchestrate the beef? Months ago? That's stupid. But if you're a junkie, you won't know no better. That's stupid. And for what? The orchestrated beef for what? What would be the optimal fucking result? What would be the prize? What would be the goal? See, people don't think out their thoughts. When they try to put all kind of bullshit out here, the plan is just all over the place. Don't make no motherfucking sense. That don't make no motherfucking sense. That makes absolutely no sense. And once again, nobody can say where I'm trying to chase some fat boy. For what? I'm worried about a motherfucking picture. I done claim. Show it. It should be real easy. If I done all 10 things, you should be able to show all 10 things. Or 5 of them, show it. It has no merit. These motherfuckers just say anything. Unreliable sources. Just blaze up and talk and all that bullshit. I don't get it. And as you can see, I don't need no assistance. It's just me. Because ain't nothing about shit. Ain't nothing going to do a motherfucking thing. I don't play all them kind of games. I don't. And here's another thing that any dummy would know. If I'm in an unprofessional motherfucking setting, that means I have the choice to act professional or not, or in the middle, or whatever the fuck I want to do. There ain't shit you can do. Let me tell you something. I got shit to lose, right? But I ain't gonna lose it. That's quite the contrast to a motherfucker on here living check to check and shit like that. I'm not gonna go back and forth with no motherfucker, crazy motherfucker, pairing something off with mother with Florida Evans, good time, walls and shit. I'm not doing none of that. Because that's ridiculous. I came to my senses that this is ridiculous. I don't know you. Ain't shit you gonna do. Can do. Let me tell you something. My client, or I'm gonna say it's my client, but from time to time, it's been my client. I've done work with them. I've done work for them. I've done work sometimes against them, whatever it has been, but for a long time. A client of mine has been AT&T. Now I'm telling you this because I'm gonna show you that you can't do a motherfucking thing with it. Has been AT&T. AT&T. I have been doing work for AT&T since 1989. And if I'm not mistaken, when the fake ass girlfriend was on the phone, because she started with me, I believe I named AT&T as one of the companies that we had. But let me tell you this. In 1984, AT&T went through a divestiture, right? They divested into 7 regional holding companies, which gave you the Bell operating companies, right? That was in 1984. I was still in middle school. 1989, when I graduated, I was a dental assistant during the day. At night, I went and got a part-time job, and AT&T was one of the 200 Fortune 500 companies that we were working with. Reebok was our main split. Me and the fake ass. We'll go back and listen to the call. I forgot what all companies I named off. Right now, to this day, AT&T is still in my life. AT&T again was divested by Judge Green in 1984. So I know the history of that motherfucking company like the back of my hand. Ain't shit you could do about it. You call them up and say, hey, this, that, and third with Angie. They're going to tell you, yeah, we know. She tell us about our ass too. And we'll hang up the phone. Anything else? That's just how it is. So, anyway, if I had shit to lose, or shit I was worried about, or shit I was trying to protect, or shit I wouldn't be on this motherfucker acting like a goddamn fool. Because you'll push a motherfucker to the limits or to an area where, okay, you want to play some fun, have some fun and game? Fuck it. I will dry your ass out in Florida. Like, you going to play with me in Florida? What? That's stupid. Anyway. I go, and this is, I guess, the pattern of this bitch ass nigga. I don't know what, he going to get a bunch of motherfuckers and ain't doing nothing but made it worse. And them motherfuckers can't support each other, themselves, nobody, the cause or whatever. So guess when your ass is fucked up? That I don't know. She's so no. What the fuck it got to do with you anyway? That's to take away from the fact that the lying motherfucker, Tears, said that I let somebody talk about Diva's mama. That was a lie. Went through the tape and showed you. Showed you all the points. I let nobody talk about nobody's mama or kids. Then you got Butter Knife up there, Blade, up there telling a lie, talking about I was cheering on, I guess, Devo or whomever, when he posted somebody parts and shit. when anybody heard me say it. I told Debo that was a fucked up thing to do. I told Debo that he even contributed to the reason why his ass got arrested for keeping it going. I never cheated on nobody, kids and all that bullshit. Just lies. But I mean, I guess nobody really knows what defamation is. What? None of that. Nobody knows what none of this bullshit is. And let me tell you something about the statute. Let me tell you how funny it is. When that clock starts. When that clock starts, when the last bad act it has been completed. See, you have to do bitch ass things to bitch ass niggas and bitches. That's just what it is. You got motherfuckers, the truth, want to jump into the motherfucking fight for whatever reason. Motherfucker, you showing up to the R. Kelly rallies and events and shit. Hey, I'm telling you, they are the real R. Kelly. Well, not all of them, just a few of them. The real R. Kelly supporters. I ain't made no baby to no R. Kelly. I ain't went no R. Kelly concert. I ain't done none of that. Nothing ain't got nothing to do with no charges, whatever. I'm just wasn't into no R. Kelly like that, or I'm not into Keith Sweat like that. A whole bunch of people. That's just the truth of the matter. I'm not making this up. I can't sing a whole R. Kelly song. Shit. But these motherfuckers want to act like, when are you going to support something but bullshit? And hearts in the chat ain't never fed nobody. Hearts in the chat can't buy no products off no motherfucking back. The fuck? Can't even support each other. What is you talking about again? And prime another example. When motherfuckers open their mouth, they drag themselves. And these are facts. This ain't bullshit. Crack it open. Me Too already has a whole movement. Show a Me Too shirt. Go buy one tomorrow. All you got to do, Me Too already got the parades, the protests already set up. All the fuck you got to do is go in there and motherfucking get behind the line and holler, Me Too, Me Too. Lock R. Kelly up. Lock R. Kelly up. That's all the fuck you got to say. They already did it. They got the blueprint. That's all you got to say. Do that. Just full of shit. Bunch. I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm gonna tell you, my mom and them side from they are very, very disrespectful, and I don't like the way how they classify people and whatever. I never do. I never will. But a lot of the shit they say I can understand, and a lot because they could never understand some of the friends I hung with. They used to call them nothings. You hang with them old nothings, and you're gonna end up turning out just like them. They're a bunch of nothings. But see, baby, I gang bang and still went to school. Don't play with me. College and everything, baby. Had my little job and everything. You know, I got, the leader of the gang or the gang I used to part-time bang with is on death row. Hey, listen. Which is the guy brother who I showed you whose son was in the NFL. Go ask him. They'll tell you. So I don't really have that type of time to be going back and forth with no motherfucking nothing. No, bitch, I mean just a display of just tonight, bitch ass nigga shit. Who does that? Child, with a friend like that, baby, fuck that. Who the fuck need enemies? Everybody talk about each other, but they can get it correct up in the face. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. But all I'm asking, I don't give a fuck about the pitch or whatever. You can say it, you can show. I don't give a fuck what it is. Because what's gonna go down is in motion. So I don't know what the fuck. It is what it is. Now you got some people. Oh, we ain't seen it. We ain't seen nothing. But you just said you did see it. Hey, make up your mind. And one motherfucker, you talking about, she saw the coochie picture but my face was blurred out. Now, I'm not going to even say nothing. Because that might fuck up my case. I just the lies, honey. The lies. You know, my outrage is for the things my charity provides, right? That's my outrage. If I'm really about it, even if I just got here and I got an outrage about something, right? Whether it's the law, how it, seems to be locking up black people, how you may think that R. Kelly is, being unfairly prosecuted, or about the victims or whatever. Even if I just started, I'm going to have something to show for it. But a bunch of bullshit. Everywhere I'm motherfucking go, bunch of bullshit. Now, yeah, and if you say something slick or whatever, yeah, I'm going to address your motherfucking ass. And if you want to call that message, go right a motherfucking head. But mess is the motherfucker that started the shit. The motherfucker that ended, hell, it's just what it is. But I'm not being arguing no junkies or none of that shit like that. And they trying to get you to argue with these protected classes and shit. Okay? What I mean by protected classes, when you in the military, when you got some type of disability and shit like that, you protected classes out here, the YouTube. And what I mean is, if a bunch of motherfuckers got them weed cards, you got to tell them people some kind of disability to get them motherfucking weed cards. I'm not going to be arguing with a bunch of motherfuckers that's disabled. No, that's a protected class. It's a fucking setup. I'm not doing none of that. I go to arguing, going off calling people names and shit. They show all them motherfucking weed cards up there to the YouTube. Then they're going to strike this channel and the other one. Oh, shit. Hey, that's what they're going to do. I'm not going to get set up like that. The fuck is wrong? Oh, y'all fucked up? What? I'm not doing that. All I'm saying, listen. Oh, yeah, then the girl talking about, I said she was thirsty for a man. I ain't say that. I ain't say you was thirsty for no motherfucking man. I was simply told to pass you a message. That's all the fuck I did, was pass the motherfucking message. I ain't tell you to take the motherfucker. I ain't tell you to act. I ain't tell you to do none of that. And even if I did, that's up to you. That I ain't convicting nobody. All I said was you talking about I'm only looking for love on YouTube. Well, if that's the case, when I pass you the message, the only thing you should say is I'm not looking for love or nothing on YouTube. That's what I'm just saying. All this hypocritical ass shit and lies. And I can't keep up. Oh my God, good riddance. Jesus, I cannot. Let me tell you something. Weak assness and bitch assness gets in my hair and it stinks. It gets in my eyes and it burns. I can't do it. All this shit here you see today. The motherfuckers be on the phone. Kiki. Oh man, I'm so broke. All that bullshit. I got time for that. I'll be like, well, at your motherfucking door. Beating on it with the butt of a gun. Like, to open this motherfucker up. All kind of crazy shit. Even a motherfucker that say a motherfucker with catfish. Who the fuck would catfish with this picture and a real name? Got to be stupid. I would go give me some of them Instagram model pictures and a fake ass name like one of them exotic names and shit. And, like nothing these motherfuckers don't make sense, and I cannot. I'm okay. I mean, like if there's a pie, if you cut a slice of this motherfucking pie, remove me out this motherfucker. I am fine with that. It could be 2 people in this motherfucker. No, I'm not fucking with no fucked up motherfuckers. That's it. That's all my request is. And stop linking me to this nigga. God damn. I'm fucking credit bad. I'm fucking looking crazy. Like, well, how the hell? Yeah, we need prayer. You listen to that live. You listen to that live, and you hear a bunch of people that need some prayer. That type of shit. And let me tell you something. With all these attorneys, J Bo cuss your ass out, Greenberg cuss your ass out. We got attorneys that is on them drugs, alcohol every motherfucking day, getting arrested for all kinds of bullshit, showing their ass or whatever. We have that. What's up, DJ Amazing?
Listen to you always saying some amazing shit. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so we have all those type of professions over here. I heard somebody get on their live the other day in this sector and said, I'm back 10 times in 3 minutes. I don't give a fuck if I make a whole motherfucking whole paragraph of I bet you I can spell it. Bet you I can spell. I bet you got paperwork on my ass. I bet you got that. What you got? A lot of these motherfuckers want to critique somebody on something, especially something academic, and graduated from nowhere high school, nowhere university, made nothing on the SAT. Probably don't even know that SAT ain't even a pass or fail test. Nothing on the motherfucking college entrance exam. Nothing. The fuck? That's what I'm saying. When you open your mouth, you drag yourself. Because the shit that you're talking about somebody else, one, we already know you don't have. We already know that. And 2, your fucking fucked up shit is being magnified. Because people like looking like, because you'll see a person that's driving, and I don't get into all this about no cars and stuff like that, but that's driving a Datsun, what is it, D210 or B210. They cussing your ass out as you driving by in maybe a BMW. They cussing you out, and then in that line of curse words, cussing your ass out. Yeah, you think y'all that in your car, and you could just cut people off and this, that, and the third. Like, yeah, you ignorant ass bitch. Like, okay, well, how ignorant do you think that person had to be? Are they ignorant just that moment, or have they been ignorant a while? But they're able to ride around this motherfucking car. Your ass is in the Datsun B210, hoping that you get from point A to point B. You sound stupid. In your curse out, you should just be like, bitch, you cut me off. No matter what kind of car you got. Right. I mean, it's just that shit. Now, maybe I breaks it down too motherfucking much. Man, I get that. But I'm not going to be hypocritical and look stupid. I'm definitely not going to drag my motherfucking self when I'm trying to drag somebody else. That makes no fucking sense. Yes, sir, people. Yes, sir.
Greetings. What's up, DJ Amazing? What's up?
What's up,
Can y'all hear me?
JoJo?
What's the deal? I mean, I think I got a delay, so y'all gotta bear with me.
Now, Jojo, I
Angie,
got a
that
bone to pick with your ass.
okay, okay. I'll let you pick that bone. I'm gonna let
Yes,
you
sir.
pick.
Yes, sir.
Angie, your credit fucked up, man.
Yeah, my credit fucked up in these streets. You don't
Listen,
get my
I
credit right and shit. Motherfucker, every time I'm talking, ooh, that boy, ooh. I'm like,
well,
look,
listen,
I
I
be,
don't want.
I mean, and anybody know me, I am the eraser. I will politely erase your ass from my memory bank. Everybody,
I,
that's what I do. I pass right by you like in the store. I don't know you. I could know your ass for 20 years. I ain't saying
oh,
shit. I'm just
okay.
going, trying to
I
get my
don't want.
credit together.
I don't want your Equifax score. I don't want your TransUnion. I don't want your what's the other Experian? Experian. What your FICO score look like? Because that's what it's all about. What's your FICO score? Your FICO score good?
Like last time I checked, that it was like 816 or some shit like that. But
Oh
after
well,
this
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
that
yeah. You
motherfucker probably,
titanium. That means you're titanium. You do know what that means, huh? You
yeah,
qualify. You qualify for titanium cards.
right.
Well,
Yeah,
damn, I
you know
feel
what.
Yeah, I
bad.
know
My credit
that.
score like a 720.
Oh, you up there? You good? You good? You good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
but I
you
still
good?
can't get
good.
the shit that I want. I mean, I just purchased my house a while back, but
Well, you
I
good.
mean,
That you good. She in them age. She got that. She can get that
yeah, she got that white
titanium.
folks shit credit.
Yeah, she get that titanium, man. I mean, I'm just laughing because y'all know I can be petty, but I ain't. I'm trying to be serious, but I'm just having fun and doing me. But Angie, you brought up something very interesting. You brought up the. Let me switch. Try to switch gears towards that. Crawford, the Crawford plea. You from?
The
Well, you said it, so I know you familiar with it.
Crawford Rule.
Yeah, no, well, it's a plea. It's
Oh, you
actually
talking
a
about the
plea.
Alfred plea? The Alfred plea.
No, no, no. It's
I
a
didn't bring that
Crawford.
up.
It's no. It's a Crawford plea. It's a Crawford plea. Yes, it's called a Crawford plea. Nah, I mean I'm
Okay, well,
up
what
here.
is?
I'm yeah. It's
Go
the
ahead.
Crawford plea,
Okay.
and it is predicated around a co-defendant pleading guilty. Yes, I mean the defendant is pleading guilty, and it protects him from his co-defendant. Now, I could be wrong. Now, I mean, I am not legally inclined, but it is a such thing called a Crawford plea.
Which is probably okay. So it's probably in that line of the Crawford Rule, right? So
Right, right,
Crawford
exactly.
Rule deals with also it deals with co-defendants and things of that nature, right? Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know that Crawford plea, which I was when you brought it up, I'm like, oh wow, I heard about that, and contrary to
I never had
people's
no case with no
beliefs.
co-defendant.
Yes, and
Go
see that's what's
ahead. Go
interesting
ahead.
with that Crawford plea.
Okay.
It's a guilt. It's actually a guilty plea that implicates their co-defendant. And I
Right.
found that
Right. So
very
yeah. Okay.
interesting. I found that very interesting when you brought it up. And I'm like, well, goddamn, could McDavid be doing this? Because what it
Oh.
does, it protects the individual that uses that plea.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that
I
would make
mean,
sense because with those specialized pleas like that, that would make sense, and that would sound like it would be a part of the Crawford Rule. I know about the Crawford because before it was the Roberts Rule, then Crawford. So
yeah. But when you brought it up, I'm like, God damn, I should go with that legal jarring. And I remember hearing that before. So
okay.
I found that kind of interesting. You probably get some time in your spare time, look that up, and it might be very interesting. But
Right. Right.
yeah, when you
Yeah.
brought
I
that
mean,
up, it struck I'm like a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, wow, is this what this gentleman doing? Meaning Derek McDavid is he's using that Crawford plea because it protects him from his co-defendant because he's pleading guilty. And I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but it was awfully interesting that you brought that into the equation.
Man, that would be interesting. Interesting to see how, now, because you could tell now that there's a little issue between those
Right,
two.
right,
The
exactly.
two attorneys.
Giving that, they are co-defendants. And when you said that, I'm like, wow, a light bulb went off in my head. With my dumb
Yeah.
ass.
No, but I mean, no,
No,
you
I'm
have
just being
a
silly.
good
Y'all know
grasp.
I'm petty. I'm
Yeah, but
petty.
you
You
got a
know I'm
good
petty.
grasp of the
I'm
legal
just
system.
petty,
Well,
man. I can be petty as I want to be. But no, I want you to at your leisure time look into that. And you paralegals that's out here. If any of y'all understand it right now, I mean, hey, by all due respect, speak on it.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of
It's a lot of moving parts in this. Well,
it
see,
is.
my
It
hat
is.
goes out. My hat goes out to you lawyers, even the paralegals. I mean, it's a lot
They
of
do the
shit,
work.
man.
They do the work.
That's
They the
who do
one
the
that comes
work.
up with this shit. To be honest, they the one that bring it to you. They get they little, especially you gotta like Miss Martin, man, Miss Margaret, Lord, that lady, that lady did so much work. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah,
she was so good that I used to give her a bonus outside of her the job because she was under me when I was at the state. So that lady is so goddamn good. I would give her Christmas gift. It was some money. That was out my pocket. That lady
right,
was
right.
good. She good now.
But no, I would really like for you to look into that because I found that interesting that you brought that up, and it kind of, like I said, it set off a bell in my head and a light in my head. Like I said before, I'm still learning.
Mm.
And I was just kind of familiar with that territory when you said that. I'm like, wow, okay. This could come to it could be a factor, given that they are co-defendants. And I seen a lot
Yeah.
of people asking some very significant questions in this chat, like, how does that work? And I heard it earlier on Skylight, like, okay, can they testify? But that Crawford plea, it's called Crawford plea, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe
And
it. Why can't he go
it
ahead?
actually protects the co-defendant from his co-defendant, so to speak.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not legally inclined like that, but I kind of remember that.
Let me see if I can catch some of these questions because yeah, I mean Crawford versus Washington. I mean that deals with co-defendant issues. That was something they put in place to again to remedy. So that would make sense. Let me see if I can catch some of these questions. All right. Yeah, what's the good with it, Mac Dime Show, baby?
Meantime, Mr. JoJo.
MacDime still in here. What's up, Mac? What's up, DJ?
No, you were supposed to have been calling me for forever now. I could be,
I've been real busy, man. I've been real busy.
yeah,
Progress.
me and you both have been busy, but I needed some information from you to get somewhere to get to going.
Hey, it ain't going nowhere. Information stands still, and it stands still till you use it. So you good. You good.
Well, if
Just
you
remember
got
that.
my
Yes,
email, you
indeed.
need to email
I
me
got it.
immediately
I
so I can
got
give you
it.
my
I got
number.
it. You know what? I got it. I got it.
Right
Plain
after
and
this
simple.
live, we need to be on the phone
Absolutely.
ASAP.
Absolutely. Because it's coming up to that time. The all white party. It don't stop.
Well, not only that, but there's some information I think you
I know. Hey, come on, man. You can't say too much on here. What I realize out here now, man, you can't say too much because it will be held against you.
Yeah. That's why I ain't say too
Yes,
much on that.
indeed. Yes,
I
indeed,
just said
man.
what I said.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. But yeah, man. I mean, it was interesting. Some of the things that have been transpiring and going on out here, man.
You know,
I
one thing
just
I
sit
know, I'll
back
be
and
glad when this
absorb it.
R. Kelly mess me over with. I'll be glad when this man get his little jail time. He can go on about his business, and everybody else can move on to something. Because this R. Kelly shit been going on for too long.
I mean, when we hoping he don't get any jail time. So I
Well, well,
respect you. I
well.
respect you for that. I respect you for that, though. I respect you for
He
that.
gonna get something. I'm gonna say it like this. He gonna get something. He gonna get scathed somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I
He
mean,
gonna get scathed somewhere.
I'm just saying from a supporter standpoint.
I understand. That's why I say if he's not gonna walk
Absolutely.
away scot free, they gonna give him something. You know what I'm saying? Just to say,
Yes,
hey, nigga, we still got you by the balls.
yes, indeed. As they have a lot of us out here.
Oh yeah, and definitely.
And then they
We
show it
do anything.
they
We
show it
shake
on a
any kind
daily
of way they gonna get
basis.
us. Oh
They
yeah,
show it
no
on a
doubt.
daily basis. Absolutely. So yeah, man, this has been a very interesting, so to speak, week and a half now. I've just been sitting back watching things, seeing how it's moving and how things are put in place. It's not so much that I didn't know, it's just how they're gonna do it. And
Well,
it's
listen to her with
business
these
as
motions.
usual.
I feel like R. Kelly's gonna get a new trial at best. I feel like they're gonna give him a new trial because they can't get out of it. A lot of the
And
motions that their
you
lawyer
know
they
what?
filed, it's
And
a
I
lot of
had
shit they
some
can't get out
that
of.
you know what, DJ Amazing, you raised a point that I wanted to bring up, but when you say that, I'm looking at it as because I am an advocate, Rob supporter,
For sure.
and I'm looking at okay, these people are, which I knew they was gonna do. They're throwing a kitchen sink at them because that's why they're doing it the way they're doing it. So I'm looking for like. But I see how it's going, how Bojine is doing things, and I will never get on these airways and present what she's doing because she's the expert. I'm not will never interfere in anything she's
I'm gonna shoot
doing.
it to you. I'm gonna shoot it to you the real way. They gonna do him the same way they done O.J. Simpson. They gonna give him a little time and he gonna be on parole. That's it. Life goes on after that. They gonna do him like O.J. Like they did him.
You put that in a bag real quick.
Well, because
No,
I don't see it.
man.
I don't see it any other way around. They're not gonna let him go for
Well,
free. I mean,
well,
for
of
him to go
course,
scot free, shit.
it man, it's a very tricky. It's a slippery slope. That's all I'm gonna say. It's very slippery, and this thing is predicated around the law and they laws, and it's their laws. I have to keep harping on that. It's their laws.
They trying to make an example out of R. Kelly.
Well, they what they
A
hey
lot of
hey.
people. Yeah.
I would go with that to a certain sense, but I think Andrew was getting ready to say that. Well, Andrew, what you getting ready to say?
Oh no, I was saying it's they making a example of a lot of people. And like I was reading about that Peter Nygaard situation. Like it looks like 2019 was the magical year. He's a white guy too, but you know they. I mean, I believe just me. I might be wrong, but I believe that when I was looking on, well, no, actually, I got something to support this. When I was looking on that Department of Justice website, um, when I was working on looking at the Department of Justice website, it was they made like they show where like the president was saying, hey, they want to really rigorously pursue all of these sexual abuse claims and all of that and whatever. And it just seemed like it galvanized really good. Maybe like like maybe the investigation of them like a couple years prior to 2019. It looks like 2019 was the year they started charging, all these people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
and I just think that's what happened. I just really
And
think that's what.
you know what I found interesting? I think Devo did a piece on it today. The gentleman that played Superfly, not the old one, not Ron O'Neal, the new one.
Mm,
did you hear that piece when he was speaking with Dr. Umar Johnson? He just got charged with sexual assault for one case, one act.
What?
Yeah, wait a minute, because it gets very interesting. And I don't know if any of the enterprises in this chat right now, but Debo did a very interesting piece on that gentleman. And when he made bail for that one act of sexual abuse, when the prosecutor that was prosecuting him found out he made that bail, she came back and gave him 9 more acts by simply getting on the phone and putting a 1-800 number out there for anyone else. This is the gentleman that played the Superfly in the
Wait a
new
minute, wait a minute.
Superfly
You
movie.
say, wait a minute, because you know I'm having a problem that ear.
Absolutely.
You said, what happened to him for him to get the 9 counts?
Yeah, he had 1 count. He made bail.
Uh-huh.
And when he made bail and went to his court appearance, the prosecutor or the prosecuting attorney or whatever you want to call it came up with 8 more counts based upon her putting a 1-800 number out and asking anyone that
Wow.
felt violated. Yeah, this is I was blown back listening to this. Yeah, Debo
What?
did a very interesting piece on this today.
Well, I was telling from the beginning when a lot of people was outraged that she did the 1-800 and when Kim Fox did the 1-800 number, I was trying to tell people it could have been a poor choice. It probably was poor choice, but it was nothing
You think?
illegal. Yeah, but it was
It's
nothing
in its
illegal.
legal ramification, but nevertheless, it is a abuse of your power. This is what I'm saying. And a
I
lot of
understand what.
people
Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of people get this misconstrued like we're saying like he didn't do anything wrong, meaning Rob, and we're just defending him on that alone. No, that's not what it is. Because I've questioned people and I asked them, do you understand the system?
Mm.
And when I bring that up, it's just foreign language, or it is something just foreign that no one understands how the system is put together and how it does its own checks and balances on it. Now, this is something that just happened. It has went right under you guys' nose. And no one has even said anything about that prejudice in that certain situation that they have came together as a collective group and they put these laws together. This is something they put right in your face and you're not even looking at it. You're not even seeing it. And he just did a whole piece with Dr. Umar Johnson. And see, people look at Debo channel. That's why I once told a young man, look, I called him, and I'm getting off base right now, but I'm coming right back around to what I was saying. Look, man, you be putting out some interesting things, man. You got to stay on course. And when I
Right.
heard him do that today, I'm like, wow. The
Right.
gentleman made bail, went to court for his appearance, and the prosecutor had put out a 1-800 number. Sound familiar? To whomever that felt violated by this gentleman in any sexual act. And some of the acts was induced penetration. And he went into graphic details on how the system works. Like, for every time I penetrate you,
Charge.
that's one act. That's one
Yeah,
charge
a
act.
charge. Yeah, that was just
And
says a
I
charge.
pump you again. That's another charge act.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is how they pile it on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Well,
their system.
you know,
Go ahead.
or what I was gonna say is that what happens is what makes it not an abuse of power is because you can put that 800 number out, just like any 800, whatever you as far as whatever you looking for. Like if you looking for some kind of body that's killing people or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But once you get those tips in, you are they supposed to investigate every tip for accuracy to make sure that they have something there, and then they get some evidence behind it. That's usually when they're gonna move them. They verified and they get some evidence, and then you have the accuser that is going to cooperate. They're
Corroborate.
usually
They're
gonna
gonna
go,
corroborate, and it has to go on that. But
yeah.
look, okay, let me give you this, and I hate to use this analogy. You have a scorned individual, Angie, that you had sex with, and see, it's kind of the way they're doing it right now is one sided. But just say, for instance, you had sex with this gentleman, and you wanted to go back and say it was forced. Where is the balance in this situation? If that's just vindictive
Mm.
as you want to be, and you wanted to do that to this gentleman, and it happened and it occurred 3, 4 years ago, but you have the liberty and you have a system backing you or behind this just because. Now, he got on top of you, he humped you 5 times. What the gentleman was expressing that each time he penetrated you, that was an act,
Mm-hmm.
and they charged them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know
That's
that sounds
that's
preposterous, but
scary.
just think about that in its
That's
full
scary.
totality. Just think about that. This is how this
That's
system
scary
is.
that somebody can do that to you.
Yes,
That's
yes.
why y'all got to stop fucking with bitch ass niggas and bitch ass bitches.
But no, that this is very
Cause this
simple.
could be you. Stay
No,
away from
because
the motherfuckers.
I don't know if you can put it up. The gentleman that plays Superfly in that new Superfly movie. Yeah, see, they convicted him.
I did see something about that. I did because I was seeing one that was my
I
boy
just said
Trevor
the
Jackson.
Bosky had a very interesting piece on the gentleman today.
Right. Let me answer her question real quick. Elvira, um, I don't. I'm gonna say no. I'm pretty sure that the answer to that question is no, because the only writ that I can think of that stops proceedings is something that's passed down from the higher courts to the lower courts. But herself, no. Um, she can't. There's not a writ that I can think of. It's only like, well, let me see. It's only
You know the crazy part about all of this is there's not gonna be a law to help a man for years to come. It's gonna take a white man to say enough is enough. We gotta change some of these damn laws.
Well,
It
that's
ain't gonna be because
exactly
of a
what I
brother.
said, DJ Amazing. Go
oh
ahead.
wow, that's good,
It's gonna
DJ
take a
man. All right.
And it's
it's gonna
gonna
take a
take them.
to change their own lane.
Yeah.
Because right now, as you have it, you're gonna see more and more cases like, well, it could be a woman that you had sex with 5 years ago. She could be like, you know what, I don't feel right about that no more. She see you with a
And
new woman and see you doing wonderful and see you doing good. I don't feel right.
and this is no indictment.
And
Go ahead,
go ahead.
Mason. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I was just gonna simply wrap it up by simply saying she see you doing good with another woman, and she can say, I don't feel right. And as soon as she come to you with her hand out and you don't give her what she wants, oh, I don't feel good. I don't feel right. I need to go tell somebody.
Yeah, and not only that, it's no statue on it, as you can see right now. There's no statue on it. It, it it's just a sad time in America.
Well, I thought they said that I thought they said that person was didn't I read that person was under 18 or something?
I don't even think it was an age.
Person?
Yeah, I don't even think it was an age discrepancy in this trial, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if you have the time to put it up, I don't even think it was an age discrepancy in it.
Super.
And and another thing I'm gonna add to it, Miss Angie, I'm all for women's rights. I'm all because I have a 10-year-old daughter. I'm all for women's rights, but some of these women are misusing these damn right. They're using these they using it as a fucking stepping stone, as a way to get paid, get laid, and get paid for it.
You know what?
I hate to say it like that.
You know what I think it is, DJ Amazing? It is cultural conditioning. It means if it wasn't there in the first place, it wouldn't be there available for them to use. So I think these laws are put in place purposely because I think the powers that be studies an individual. They study demographics. They study people as a whole. And these laws are put in place just for that purpose. They pretty much know who's going to be advantageous to use it. And they make them more available for the ones that's going to use it. Now, that's not to say those acts are not committed. But there's no way they are kind of like legislating these laws to the sense that they can kind of gauge them in a sense where what is right and what's wrong, because they gave them too much liberty. They gave them too much liberty in these laws. And these laws is predicated around them both. So it's not just it's prejudice towards blacks or any other nationality, because it works against their own. But that's the cost of being in business is about. You got to take down some of your own in order for the embetterment of the business. And this is a business. Prison system is a business. And when they're ready to take you down, they have this at their own discretion. Now, a lot of people don't look at it in that vein, and I get it. Because you're too much focused on the act versus the act on how they put the act together. And I once heard Angie say, you cannot use the law. And I let her complete it, but it was very profound how she put that.
Yeah, you can't break the law to enforce
break the law to enforce the law. And this is exactly what's happening. And a lot of people don't look at it in that vein. You know, they look at the act. And they've done an excellent job with diversions and confusion. You know, you confuse a person, you could dominate their ass. That's just a common sense.
Like I said, it's going to take a white man to break a white man law and undo a white man law. And it's going to take some time to change it. It ain't gonna be no black man to change that law. It ain't gonna be no black man.
He's absolutely, you know what? He's absolutely right, because it's the edge, you full of shit. But you absolutely right. You're gonna have to take someone that understands the culture of what the law was created and how it was created, and what other person would it be than your own? You see how it works? But oh no, you know, they might write me off as being, you know,
you know, white man love black women. They love them some black women. So that's what it's gonna take.
Well, you know that was their, you know, hockey band back in the day. I'm not gonna get into that. See,
I can go back
you trying to go. I already know where you're trying to go. I'm not doing that.
I know.
Look. Y'all need to get out of Texas, because y'all niggas in Texas done been wrong talking about a man. I told you.
You know what? I'm not going there with him tonight.
I'm gonna keep a G with you though. They've been doing that for us since black and slavery.
Absolutely.
All the beautiful black women, young or old, they've
Yeah,
been doing that to
they
them.
call them Negro bed wenches. And I'm
Yep.
not going no farther than that, DJ
And the
Amazing. I'm
sad
not
part
doing that
is,
with you. But
the sad part, it ain't gonna change.
go ahead.
It ain't gonna change, brother.
You know what they do? They just put a different coat of paint on the house. That's all it
That's
is.
it.
It's the same
That's it.
house, but it's just a different
Different
coat of
king.
paint. You know, they modify these laws, adjust them a little bit, but the premises of the law, meaning the house and the foundation, is still there.
It's gonna
You
take
can
one of their little
argue,
white sons to hook up with a black woman. That's what it's gonna take.
in
It's gonna
other
take one
words,
of
you
their
can
young
argue
one.
that law,
Go
but
ahead.
the law's still in place. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It might be some modification within the boundaries of that law, but the house is still there, meaning the law. So the modification
Always gonna have
really
to
doesn't
happen.
abolish it doesn't abolish the law. It
It's gonna
doesn't
take one of their
reform it.
sons. It's gonna take one of their white sons to get with a black woman.
Well, you know,
That's gonna
they
say they
have
did them some shit.
but see, they have the power structure to the point that even if they even if they're committing the same crime, it doesn't get magnified in such a sense. Why? Because they got the power structure. It doesn't come to the forefront.
Yeah, right. They got the collection for the collection for the
Well, that is
complexion.
what you call, and I'm not gonna go there because you know they're gonna say, "Oh shit, he's turning the channel into a pro-black channel."
No,
Oh
we just
no.
being real about it. We being real about it
Well,
though.
you know, but I understand the landscape on how these things work out here, man, and I'm not out here to try to convince
You ain't
nobody.
got the collection for the complexion.
Yeah, the connection
Let
for
me
the
say this
complexion.
because I told Skylife I come back over there when she go on the
She's live.
let me say yeah, I'm gonna say this so I can close out. But I just
Okay.
read it, Jojo, with the guy y'all talking about, and they say that man raped them people. That's a lot different
Yes.
than yeah, they say he
You
raped
know
them.
what? You know what,
So I
Angie?
don't know.
I
Yeah.
want you to hold that, and you might can come back tomorrow, and I wanna let's do a live about that. Because that's gonna be awfully
Okay.
interesting. Because I don't know the in depths of it. I just heard
Right.
Debo reading some certain things about it, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting. He was on the line with Umar Johnson. You know Umar Johnson is my boy, straight up.
Right.
And he was telling Umar Johnson, and Umar Johnson was asking them some in depth questions on like how this happened and going into depth with it. But I just found it very interesting that Debo went found that, and I told him that's his niche. You need to keep pounding the pavement on these certain
Yeah.
situations and bringing them to the forefront because you never know
Right.
when you strike all. So
Right.
I want you to keep that, and we come back and do that tomorrow if you have time. But
Well, let me
yeah,
tell you this. What else I mean cut you off, but let me tell you what else I cross
no, I was
referenced
finished.
and found. Guess what? Kurt Franklin's son got arrested for um in the connection to a murder of a missing woman. Didn't I told you that little nigga crazy?
Man, I don't know why you be trying to get me to watch that shit. I told you this shit is wild, man.
You would not watch
What's
it.
up, Skyline? We finna come over there, Sky. Go on, hook your live up.
Hey, make sure you
Yeah.
call me when you get off the JoJo. As soon as you get off this live,
Hey,
make sure you call me,
meet
man.
us over. Hey, DJ Majors, you not busy? Meet us over there, at Skylife.
I don't know if she got me blocked or
Okay.
not. I think she got me
She
blocked.
she got you blocked. You must was over there talking some bullshit
Yeah,
there.
I was on some.
Yeah, yeah.
I was talking
I
about R.
told her
Kelly.
I was when I get off, I was coming over there. But yeah, so yeah, JoJo, he done got arrested. Oh
Well,
no, I told you.
you need to put that, put that in the files too. I want to talk about that.
Oh, JoJo, I'm gonna make you a believer. You gonna watch
Now
this
you ain't
show
gonna
with me.
make me no believer. I told you them some weirdos.
You will not, y'all, JoJo would not watch the Bad Boys Club. I don't know.
Watching that
Listen,
bullshit.
we had our straight 3-day date goddamn weekend. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Which was
And
what?
I said, only thing I want
Which
you to
was
do is
what?
watch
Which was what? What you did? What I wanted you to do? You say
JoJo
everything.
help you cook that damn food.
Oh, I see that.
And
JoJo
I
ain't
told
did
you,
it.
I said in exchange, all I want you to do is watch an
Man, I'm not
episode
watching
of the
that
Bad
weirdo
Boys
shit.
Club. You said, okay, okay, okay. And when it came to it, I ain't watching that shit. Baby, a nigga word ain't shit. I'm never making no
But
goddamn
see,
deal with
you
no
know
more.
what? See, you see how that works? A woman will play games with you. She never gave me a full description on what that show was about
Oh
and the
my God,
players and the cast.
I did.
And I got, you know, I'm trying to be politically correct. Y'all see, I'm trying to be politically correct in this
Right,
motherfucker,
right.
man.
I told you, I said,
No, you bamboozle. You tried to
I ain't
bamboozle me.
bamboozle you.
I said
Jojo,
you
this is
tried.
not fair. You gonna watch that show. I don't want
I
to hear
ain't watching
shit. You
that
gonna watch that show,
bullshit, man.
Jojo.
Man,
Jojo,
shit.
I told you, I
Nah, I'm
said
not watching
it's
that shit,
two
man.
straight guys on there.
Nah, that
It's
ain't what
Kurt
you said. Come on,
Franklin's son.
now. You ain't
He
tell me nothing about
identifies.
that shit,
Wait
man.
a minute. I said it's Kurt Franklin's son who identifies as bi, and the rest of them gay guys.
And
But I
what
said
am I gonna get out of that shit?
it was just I just wanted
That ain't no entertainment for me.
because I be fighting and carrying on. Man,
Just say,
that
did you
shit.
fry the chicken? God damn, I'm laughing at this bitch
Oh,
show. But go ahead. No, man, that ain't no entertainment for me. That's entertainment for you.
right, but still, I
Oh,
was like,
fighting, cat
Jojo,
fighting and
they
shit.
be tearing the place up.
I know
They
they
just
do. I know they
every
do.
episode they don't
Yes,
fought on that,
indeed.
and you did not stick up to your bargain. I was so disappointed,
Man,
Jojo.
I was deceived.
You was not deceived. I told you. That's a damn shame, Jojo. I told you. I told you, and you was
Man, no,
like,
what you
hey,
told me, it was gonna be interesting. You didn't tell me how interesting.
I,
I guess you know now, huh?
Hey, DJ, I ain't go over there, man. I ain't going, man.
God, stop. That was crazy. I think a deal is a deal is a deal. If you
Shit,
say you're
deals are
gonna do
mean to
something,
be
y'all
broken.
do it. You was like, hell no. Oh, he was like, hell no, I ain't
What
watching
the
that shit.
fuck?
I'm like,
Yeah,
Jojo,
exactly.
the hell? That's messed up. That's messed up. Okay. You owe
Man,
me
that's
one.
that part. Shit.
You owe
Damn.
me one. I
Damn.
wouldn't do you like that.
You say 69, I say 68, and I owe you one.
That's fucked up. Man. Oh, so let me answer her question. Let me answer this question real quick. Angie, how and why did Jim Derrick plead the fifth when he was the one that brought the tape to light? You know what? I done heard a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of I was doing something, a whole bunch of reasons behind that. Now, what I was because I'm sure it's more than just he didn't want to plead the fifth to incriminate himself, because I don't know how he would incriminate himself, because he didn't have anything to do with the alleged crimes, right? I was told that he pled the fifth because he didn't want to give up his sources, which I can understand that,
Oh no, what
you
was
know,
that? What was that question? Who asked
about
that?
Jim Derrick Goddess. They
I
said, why did he
mean,
plead the
who
fifth?
asked that? Liar
Liar.
asked that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, liar, you know the game with that. And you, Angie, I don't know if you keep a scorecard. You need to write this down because I want to get into all of that, those legal
Okay.
ramifications. I think you have three right now, and
Right.
I don't know. Debo did a lot of I think he did, but I don't know. He did some research on the gentleman from Superfly, you know, and that
Mm.
was the interesting piece he had. And I'm like,
Right.
wow,
Well, Jojo, you still ain't get your final take on R. Kelly. What you think is gonna happen
man.
with
I
these
think my
motions, all these
brother,
new motions?
I think my brother's gonna be free. That's what I'm praying for. That's what I pray for. I don't pray every day because
But that judge been denying all the
God
motions
don't
again,
need no
though.
remix. I mean, I expect that. I expected that. I expected those motions to get denied because I think it's, and I'm not gonna expound on it a lot because I think it is a strategic aspect of what's going on. So I'm not gonna really get into that because I really think these people be listening to these lives and they go back and do what they do. So that's where I'm gonna leave that. So hello, people.
Yeah. So let me say this real quick, and I'll go in this live. So you know what I've heard. I don't know what people think that, and I've heard it on both sides. Whatever. I think people think that just because you put in 50 motions, at least 5 of them should get approved. It don't work like that. If you got 50 motions that have no legal standing, no basis, whatever, they're gonna 50 of them gonna get denied. Don't make you a bad lawyer, don't make you a good lawyer. 50 of them gonna get denied, and that's just what it is. You
Well, let
know?
me say this. Let me say this
Yeah.
on that on the flip side of that. But 50 motions, and I asked this in Skylife chat. People need to go back and look at how Supreme Court appeal hearings go, because some of the things are not allowed in this arena. Y'all would
Mm-hmm.
be awfully surprised how they look at the opposite side like, what? Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
you allowed and didn't allow this, and they questioning is totally different. It's like they're from two different planets.
Right.
So what
And
you saying, in essence, R.
I
Kelly gonna
looked
sit
at
in
it. I
jail another
looked at
2
it, and
years?
it was crazy. Like some of the things that was just being just thrown out the door before it even reached the door, so to speak, as what they say. Well, it don't even seem like she listened to his because they already had their mind made up. And that Supreme Court, it's a whole different ball game, people.
Well,
And I
that's what I
had the
try to
privilege.
get.
Go ahead, go ahead.
That's what I was trying to tell people. Don't tell me nothing about what was already denied in the regular trial. Don't tell me nothing about what was already what a motion was done or whatever. After this, when the trial is over, we on a different phase. We're on to something different. Now it's
And
all new. I don't care if
and
the
what's
same
crazy,
motion was
Angie,
put in.
what's crazy,
If it's
it seems
done,
like these people don't
yeah,
even it seems like they from a different planet listening to these arguments. Am I right or wrong?
yeah, you're right. Because
I
that's
mean,
because one, it's not
wow.
trial court. That's one. Yeah.
And that allows me to understand how these laws are being put in place. Well, we can get into this stuff, man. It's because it's baffling to me because we still here and we all on the same planet. But when I got there and hearing the arguments on a Supreme Court level and how they based it for the evidence and what they were presenting versus this what we just heard and
Mm-hmm.
what was being denied, it is something totally different. That's why I encourage everybody, if you had a chance to go pull up some Supreme Court proceedings and how the case is being heard. It's amazing.
So we're gonna I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna close it out. So we're gonna be looking into some stuff that has to do with co-defendants. And so I'm gonna do a little study on it, and I'm going to see see you know how this co-defendant situation is going to work out. Because what we do know is that with when it comes to these R. Kelly cases, they are complex and confusing, and there's a whole bunch of shit going on. You know, so now we got to deal with also the co-defendants. I like to know what are their rights, and what type of strategies they could put forward. Like JoJo brought up this Crawford plea, because Crawford does deal with co-defendants. I know the rules because you first had the Roberts rule, now it's the Crawford's rule. So yeah, so that it deals with a lot of stuff, that a lot of issues with regards to co-defendants. So hey, I mean, this is a lot. What I'm saying? It's a lot. But
Yes,
it's
it
just
is.
like going back to school for me. Shit. Hell.
Yeah, go dust off them books. My broke ass had to turn my books in after the end of the semester. I couldn't keep my books. I had to resell my
I
shit.
still got my stuff packed up. I still
Yeah,
got my
man.
stuff
I had to
packed up. But
resell
yeah,
my shit. I couldn't keep my books. I took them to the resale shop.
I don't know if I'm what do people call the people
A
that be
hoarder,
keeping
a
shit,
hoarder, a
hoarder or
hoarder.
not, because I be keeping. I'm trying to tell you, when me and the fake ass girlfriend was on when Reebok was our major client, I
You finna
would
get in
keep.
one of these stores and Sky Life waiting on us, man.
No, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna end. I would get in. I'm gonna show because I'm gonna run all the little things. I would get in. I would keep all my little stuff, even though it was a new campaign and stuff. I would keep my old books and old procedures and all that stuff. They be like trying to say, Angie, throw it away, whatever. And I'd be like,
Yeah, your
because
privileged
it's
ass.
always
Your
somebody.
privileged ass.
No, this was at work. I was saying because you know what, somebody be calling and be asking about this old stuff. I'm gonna tell you how it came. It was people come calling me from the Reebok headquarters, calling my black ass, asking me about shit in their company. Yeah, and I said, see how y'all try to get me to throw in my books and shit? I'm trying to tell you. I don't know if I'm a little hoarder or what.
Yeah,
But
man.
I keeps my shit. I know you call it the showroom, but I don't care. I keeps my
Yeah,
shit,
yeah, the
Jojo.
showroom. It's the showroom.
Whatever. I
Y'all
ain't
go
gonna
over there
let
to Sky Zone and y'all make sure y'all holler at me.
Hey,
JoJo,
DJ,
holler at
hey,
me.
if you ain't black, man, you must have went over there with that bullshit.
This was a while back when me and her
Cause
wasn't talking.
Sky will hit you across the head with that bam bam.
I'm gonna look for her. If she on her live, I'm finna go look for her. But if I can't find
I don't know if she
her,
on the
just shoot.
live, but I'm gonna find out. But yeah, man, it's been nice talking to y'all, and I'm not the bad guy. I
For
Oh
sure.
love
Lord.
y'all. That's what's up, man. I'm
All
out.
right, people. All right. Well, thanks again to the host, the hostess, and the guests. Let me see if I can get in my regular routines, y'all. My regular routine. Hey, 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 hey. I'm going over to Skylight. Going over to Skylight. I like to go hop around and go up to I really don't have to go live over there, but we be like, we gonna go live, we gonna go live. So thanks again to the host, the hostess, and the guests, and everybody else until the next live. Y'all be safe and whatever. And please, y'all, please let me get my credit back. Okay. Peace out. Love y'all. Good morning or good night.